let's get all this going. But hello, everybody. Let me see if I make sure YouTube starts up. But yeah, I'm like, what do you mean you can't hear me? And I look up, I'm like, oh, well, it would probably be helpful if because I'm watching my audio input capture do this. And I'm like, okay, why can't you hear me? And then I look over at the source and I didn't have the mic on the source. I'm like, oh, I like it. I like the transition. But I hope life has been treating you and everyone else over there well. I know you got what, about 2-3 folks that all hang out and do stuff together. I hope you guys all been safe and sound and been having fun. But welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having good. For those who were here there for the FAS, welcome back. For anybody new to the channel, welcome on in. But today is day 14 of Dravic's journey. We are halfway through. We're halfway through 29. So, but yeah, today's stream will be a little short, not majorly short. I'll probably be cutting off around 5:45 probably. I got to go play a Dragonlance game tonight, and we start at 6:30. So, been good. Just moved to my new house, and I have a Stray Kids concert tomorrow. Okay. Want to join the WoW stream again? Hey, Moonman. Well, welcome back. Yeah, so probably be only on until about 5:45 Eastern Standard. So about 3 hours, probably about three and 3/4 hours today. So, but yeah, but got to go to over there so I can hear. I can kind of hear it very quietly. By the way, let me know how my voice is sounding over the music. I did some tweaking last night, and I think I have it better. But let me know if the music and sound and all that is overpowering it. Really? Now, this is World of Warcraft. It's been around for 20 years. It's what's called an MMO, multiplayer massive online role-playing game. It's of the likes of like Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2, things like that. Okay. Look, believe me, I've had people go, I don't know what this game is. That's why I wasn't sure if that's what you meant. But basically think of like Elder Scroll games or like Dragon Age Origins or you know, Dragon Age or like RPG type games like that, but add people. So you've got your NPCs, you've got things like that, but add people. So you are sharing this world with a lot of people. So you know how, like, you know, Minecraft and Valhalla, or no, not Valhalla, is it Valhalla? You know how, like, they have, you know, you could have your servers and you could have some people join your servers, but, you know, at the most, maybe 45 people. MMOs can have thousands, if not tens of thousands of people playing on the same server. So I tend to like these more than I tend to like other games. I've been playing these type of games. I've been playing MMOs for 25 years. Phasmophobia was a fluke. WoW was going through to me, it was a bad expansion, Shadowlands. And I just got to the point where I needed a break. I'm like, I'm not having fun with this. Maybe, yeah. And I just need a break. And I was trying to stream it, and I realized that I did not like stream. That I was just like, I can't do this. So I was trying to find something else to stream, and I'm like, okay, well, hey, okay, let me do, you know what, I like horror movies. I don't play really a whole lot of horror games, but I watch a lot of horror movies. So let me try out some horror games. And I found Phasmophobia, and, you know, the rest is history. 4 years later, I was a partner, Twitch partner. But yeah, so, but now I'm trying to go back. trying to have my cake and eat it too. Would be, I guess, the best way to put it. Still playing Faz, still enjoying Faz. But I miss playing World of Warcraft. So I'm kind of letting YouTube... I kind of have to figure out YouTube. Like right now, I'm putting out shorts. I do, you know, I live stream YouTube. But as far as long form, which that is the bread and butter of YouTube. I have no idea what I'm doing with it right now. Silent Chill also left during Shadowlands and went to Faz DBD. I've tried DBD. I've tried DBD a bunch of times. I like it, but I only like... Actually, I like it, but I can't stream it unless I can play, like, this portion right here that I'm playing World of Warcraft was Dead by Daylight. So I'd stream Faz for 5 hours, take a break, come back, stream Dead by Daylight for 4 hours. And then the last couple of their events overloaded one side or the other. So the only way I can play Dead by Daylight or stream Dead by Daylight is I have to do a couple of hours of one, of like Killer, a couple of hours of Survivor. I can't main one or the other. Or I just start getting, it kind of gets very repetitive to me. So if I, you know, did 2 hours of Killer, 2 hours of Survivor, I was having a blast with that. So the last couple of their events caused it to where one side had like a 20-minute queue and the other side you could play and play just fine. And I ran into the thing, I was like, okay, this is killing me. I can't play 4 hours of Survivor. It's like, I like playing Survivor, but I can't play 4 hours of it. Oh, I know there's lots of Let's Plays, but I have Let's Plays, and they do maybe 40 to 60 views, maybe? And I watch other guys that I know try to do Let's Plays, and I look at the guys who are doing successful. They're not doing anything different from me. If anything, hell, half the time my sound and graphics look better. They might be a little more entertaining, maybe, but not to the point of I got 40 views, they have 15,000. The difference is they've been doing this for freaking, you know, for 10 years, and they've got a built-in, you know, 500,000 audience. So anything they put out there is going to get views. I haven't put out a couple... Oh, shit. Hello, Stitches. I complained yesterday about not seeing Stitches other than the first time I come into Darkshore. And now that's all I'm freaking... Now the last 2 times I've run down this road, I've seen him. So for those who don't know who Stitches is... So, see, I'm level 29. Stitches is a level 35 gold. Gold dragon. Gold dragons mean that even if I was level 35... he would kill me pretty quickly. Maybe not one-shot me, but kill me pretty quickly. But yeah, he gets created and he wanders this road until he is destroyed. So every time you're running up and down this road, you have to worry about it. But also, I mean, it also comes down to just simple fact of horror is a very niche game. Horror is a very niche genre. Phasmophobia is extremely very niche game in that genre. So people watch, people watch the other, the guys who were in on this and had YouTube channels from the very start when it first came out. They gobbled everybody up. You got people that'll come over and watch you every once in a while and might sub to you, things like that. I mean, I've got like, what, 4,000 or I'm not sure how many people I have subscribers on YouTube. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it also comes down, I've got to do better. But the problem is I really don't like Let's Plays. I think it's easy content. If you're good at it, it's great. I don't particularly think I'm good at it. Hey, Shark Wizard. I'm beginning to come to the conclusion that I'm a much better live streamer than I am a YouTube content creator. Because the live stream stuff tends to do well. The content, I mean, even the tutorials. I mean, hell, most of the Faz guys don't even do tutorials anymore. So I'm like one of the few who actually does tutorials, and yet I can't get anybody to, and you know, nobody really looks at the stuff. Well, that's not true. People look at it, just not as many as I would expect, especially when a lot of other people don't look at it or don't make it. But then again, also according to my stream, no, they don't go to YouTube. I still don't get this, because if I want to find out, if I want to figure something out and I can't figure out myself, I go to YouTube. And I've been told, it's like, oh no, we just go watch someone, and hopefully we figure it out. And it's like, oh hell no, I can't do that. It's like I might or might not get what I need, and I might or might not, if I ask a question, get answered on a live stream. It's like, no, I go to YouTube, I ask specifically what I want, I can usually find what is specifically what I want. Much better way of much better use of my time. But I know I'm a different mentality, so maybe it's my age. I don't know. I don't think it should be my age, but it's weird. Oh, I do, but I mean, I have to. I mean, I could be that content creator that goes, well, if you want to know the answer to that, go to my YouTube channel. And because I have thought about that. I have actually done that a couple of times, and I feel like shit for doing it every single time. But I think that's also where it comes down to, where I'm a better live streamer than a YouTube content creator. So the YouTube right now is kind of in flux. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Like you know, live streaming. No, live streaming. I'll keep doing live streams because I like doing the live streams. The shorts are usually pretty simple and easy to do. I mean, they don't make anything. I mean, like for 1,000 views, I might get 3 cents off a short. I mean, that's pretty much how, you know, how low the shorts are as far as that stuff goes. Yeah, if you want to make money off shorts, you have to be in the, or if you want to like make a career out of shorts, you have to be making, your shorts have to be doing like, I want to say like at least over 100,000, and I even think that's too low. Like, I think really for shorts, it's more, you've got to be doing like, you got to be doing like 4K. I mean, like over, you got to be doing over 1 million views. To even have a chance. But I could be a little bit wrong on that. It could be 100,000. I've never had 100,000 vid. I think the most I've ever had is, I'd have to look. I know it's in the tens of thousands, but I think that's about it. Which is good. What's funny is, most of my shorts, I got more views before I made YouTube Partner. And as soon as I made YouTube Partner, I went from like 5,000-6,000 views to like 1,000, maybe 2,000 every once in a while. And the only thing that changed was me making YouTube Partner, where all of a sudden I could get monetized. When the only thing that changed was I got monetized. All of a sudden my views dropped. Whether it was whether it was just coincidence. Not gonna, you know, not saying any conspiracy theories. I'm just saying. Just saying that I Googled the crap out of that after I noticed that. So I'm like, okay, is there something about making partner that has anyone else noticed that their views dropped almost in half as soon as they made partner? But that also could have easily been that people just were getting a little tired of YouTube fast shorts. That's a very easy possibility. Ah, no one else did either. I couldn't find anything on it. Like a couple other people were kind of saying that they kind of noticed it, but nothing concrete. I think honestly it had more to do with just people getting, you know, a little over fast shorts. Because really, honestly, once you see some fast shorts, you've kind of seen them all, unless it's a tutorial. Like I put out one today on basically how to get the sound recording while being hunted, how to get the ghost hunting sound recording of a easy way that I do it. Doesn't always work, but I have a lot more success with it than any other way. Yeah, but most shorts are on both TikTok and YouTube. And Insta, certain things are on Insta, but gaming shorts tend not to, gaming shorts don't tend to be on Insta that much. TikTok, yes. But it's one of the things on this little journey the last 4.5 years that I've, you know, ran into is people are very brand loyal. and I get it. I get it now because I don't watch TikTok. I rarely send anything to TikTok now. And I don't watch it. But I'll sit there and I'll watch YouTube shorts. But you've got people like, okay, perfect example, Twitch. You've got some people that will watch Twitch, but never go out to YouTube. What, on Instagram? Yeah, got it. I mean, every time I did anything on Insta, I mean, my Instagram would like barely get any traffic whatsoever. Chris, what's up? I am doing well. Hope you're doing well. I mean, to the point of I really don't put anything out on Instagram anymore. Ah, damn it, I meant to do that. I was like, I could put most of my shorts on. Oh crap, not the right guy. I could put most of my shorts on Instagram from Twitch. I think Instagram is one of my options. No, it is. A lot of different. Can I get rid of that? apparently I'm gonna have to kill you. But then again, these are my own opinions. Doesn't mean any of it. Doesn't mean any of it's. Oh shit! Doesn't mean any of it's right. Okay, we could be in trouble. I mean, we're not going to be in trouble. We'll be fine. But I might have to pull out. It should be wolfing. I got pretty lucky when I made all my stuff. Oh, Chris, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you kindly. I got lucky with all of my social media. Everything is wolfing. I think the only thing that's not is Twitter. And Twitter's Wolfin1 with an alias of Wolfin. So even if you still typed in Wolfin W0LFINN on Twitter, it would still come up as, you would still find my channel. I'll be honest though, I have not looked at Instagram in a while. And like the last maybe, I don't know, last couple of weeks. So maybe the stuff I put out there actually did something. I don't know. Yeah, no, I got very lucky when I made the Wolfen channel. That almost everything was, no one had it except for one person. One person on Twitter had Wolfen. Well, there's all the ghoul ribs. Honestly, that's pretty much what I've been using my, it's pretty much what I used Instagram for, was my, photos of my cats. But if there's one thing I could be much better at, as far as this whole thing, you know, this whole content creator thing, is social media. I like doing Twitch. I have fun doing YouTube. Everything else, because I don't really, since I don't use it on my, you know, because I don't use it myself half the time, I find it a little, like going out and doing it is a little different. I am out of food. I forgot to buy stuff. And granted, it's never too late. Got a lot of brain eaters and a lot of... All right, I'm just going to work my way back up. Shit, gotta go. Shit. That was a mistake. I thought I saw someone else fighting, so I thought it was pretty much safe. Guess what? I was not. I was not safe. Not by a long shot. That would have been a bad way to end this journey. Yeah, I thought I saw someone fighting right there. So I was like, okay, they've got the aggro of at least that side. If I have to mess with anything, it's going to be 2, maybe 3. Not a big deal. What Wolfen found out was, yes, it was a big deal. Trying to save the food. That if I don't cast anything for 5 seconds, my mana will automatically start regenning. We need 2 more plague spreaders. All right, I'm gonna have to clear out a little bit of this. But for those who are playing Faz, how are you guys liking the update? Have you tried out the new patch that fixed a bunch of stuff? I didn't get to try out a whole lot of it. Like, I never got a chance to try it out, and I wanted to. I just never got it. Just never did an event with me with their sound recorder. But I want to see if I can actually get a sound recording of an event, because I can now get it with it being close. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Looking forward to being able to test it tomorrow. But there's a lot of cool stuff that looked like it fixed. Fix or change. So Be trying it tomorrow morning. See where I was. So if you're trying to get a sound recording, you can't get a sound recording of a standing still. Haven't played it with, okay. So the sound recording, you could not get a sound recording of a standing still event. You couldn't get close enough to get the recording. The change is supposed to be that you're supposed to be able to get the sound recording further away now. So that's the change. If that's the case, great. Because that will fix that. All right, there we go. Nice. Yeah, it's very annoying. But apparently it's supposed to be fixed. But I never got... Every time I had a standing still event, I didn't have the sound recorder on me. So hopefully... So I should be able to test it tomorrow.
Good day to you. See you later.
Alright, thanks. You'll do just a trick. 2 weeks ago, I was picking up herbs from my house, and a band of ogres attacked me on random and was forced to sleep behind a crate. After they chased me off, the ogres swaggered back to the ogre mound in southern Duskwood. Oh, I gotta go do this, huh? That doesn't make me happy. Well, there's a couple right there. Where's this quest at? All the way back there. What's this quest? Nope. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go fight some... I'm gonna have to go fight some ogres, but... With that being said, I need some food. But really, that was... I mean, there were some other things, like... the right mouse click glitch... for sound recording and for incense. Apparently, the incense one was if you held the right mouse too long, that sometimes it didn't like the incense. I didn't think I was doing that, but I think a few times I might have. So maybe that was why there was a few times where I know I had a lighter, I lit the incense, I threw the incense, and I watched the incense fly in the air, not being lit. And it's like, okay. But apparently that was fixed, so that'll be good. And I think that was also the problem with sometimes if you try to turn on the sound recorder didn't always turn on. I had that happen a bunch. So I'm hoping I didn't notice it. I did not notice it yesterday. I mean, later this evening. So we'll see. Now, back on the WoW thing, I was watching a thing on Ian Huskett. How do you probably can't even remember how to pronounce his last name? But he had there was some gaming convention or whatever that he had to do a talk at, and the talk was, you know, what he's learned and how Blizzard and WoW is. How they've had to change over the last few years and going about making the game now, which is one reason why you see a lot of different changes in the game, how they made the changes, how they came about those decisions. And one of the big changes was I've come to the realization that as a developer, yes, while the game is not out yet, or whatever patch, whatever, oh god, there he is again. You know, while the game is in your hands, the game is yours. As soon as you release that game is no longer yours. That game is ours. And so trying to force people to do what you want them to do with the game, of going, no, you need to play the game this way, was one of the biggest things he had to actually learn. Of, no, once we release this is now our game. It's kind of an interesting conversation. Yeah, all these guys are going to die. This is what happens. I need food, but I can't get the food because I have a big old ass stitches in my way. Do I have anything in here that is food related? Got a couple of that. Not enough to get me by. Well, shoot. I don't think anything. Actually, you know what? I've been wanting to take a look at Stranglethorn. I can't remember what level Stranglethorn is, but we're going to go find out. You have to be a little bit careful because I believe the little panthers over here are like hidden. Are they stealth? So I could walk right into one. Wait, there is a? I didn't think. I thought this was a retail thing. I knew there was a rebel camp here, but I didn't realize the rebel camp was here from the beginning. For some reason, I always thought this rebel camp was, like it showed up later, like in, I don't know, Lich King, Burning Crusade, Cataclysm, something like that.
What are you looking for?
Well, there we go. Cool. Well, we just solved our food problem. Okay, that's 35. We're not even close. All right, so we got that all sold. There we go. Cool. I know in later expansions, it's probably Cataclysm. There's a flight path here, or there's a flight path somewhere here. But no, that's good. There's a guy I can buy food from right there. That saves me a trip all the way to Darkshire. I'm still worried about the ogre's manacle. Right. Can I see a cat before I get down here? Before I get jumped? There it is. 31. Actually, it's not that bad here. And Stranglethorn just told, so yeah, Stranglethorn actually is open to me now. I think that opens up all the rest of the quest to oh, what's his name? God, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue. Now I can't remember. Okay, so yeah, so that's our next move over. Well, actually, I probably need to go somewhere else before I go there. Though Stranglethorn is really nice for questing. There's 5 million freaking quests. I'm gonna go back. I gotta go there too, but hopefully I can get 30 from these two, from this quest and this quest. And then I can move over to, then we can go do the Vile Things and Tainted Ones. Except the Vile Things and Tainted Ones is in a cave. Then so is this one. So anytime I do a cave, I always worry I'm going to die. Because I have lost so many freaking hardcore characters in caves. Yeah. A lot of my druids have found their demise in a cave. Actually, most of my druids have died in caves. My warlock died in a cave. Hunter died in Darkshore. Mages, I don't remember how my mages have died. I've only had a couple mages.
Time is money, friend.
Oh, Chris, thank you for the donation. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. Much appreciated. I always worry about people being offended by that by that alert. I like the goblins and I like that little saying. But I always worry about people getting offended. It's like, oh, he just cares about money, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, this is my full-time job, so yeah, I do kind of worry about money. But thank you. I just find it funny, and I kind of like it. Every time I see a chest, I'm like, ah, we got a chest. And then I open up the chest, and I'm not as excited. Yeah, I'll use the cheap food. All right, can I scoot around? Can I boot scoot? Actually, I think Abercrombie's thing is... Oh, Abercrombie's thing is right there. Yeah, see, this is what I worry about. These guys are 30. These guys are 30, and I am just... My gear's not the best. So if I get in trouble, like if I get two guys jump on me, I can't kill them fast enough. The vanilla perks, like, you know, stone form, stuff like that. Let me, here, after this, I'll pop over and show you what I got. Yeah, we still get stone form, which would be really good if, you know, if it protected me from dazed. What else we got? So, dodge. Find treasure. We still got find treasure. You got your gun specialization, frost resistance, and stone form. So yes, you get some of them. I mean, you get all of them. Really, the only difference between hardcore and the biggest thing with hardcore and your other stuff is in regular classic is that you don't have like paladins can't bubble hearth. We can bubble, but we can't hearth away. Warlocks, soul stones don't do anything. Shamans, shaman's self-res doesn't work. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Especially on the hardcore servers. The old unofficial rules was a lot different. Like you couldn't group with anybody. You can only do one dungeon once. You can only do a dungeon once. I'll be honest, it's probably my preferred way. It's kind of my preferred mode. And like if you die in hardcore, you can either delete your character or you can transfer that character over to a regular server or regular classic server. So like if this guy died, I could always transfer him over to, like I would probably transfer him over to a server called Dream Scythe. Have you heard of a game? Mountain Blade 2? Yes, I have. No, I've looked at it. I played Horde for the very longest time. The only reason why I stopped playing Horde was because my wife couldn't stand Orgrimmar. Wife couldn't stand Orgrimmar, and she started in Draenor, and because the garrisons in Draenor were Orgrimmar aesthetics, she was like, please don't make me play this. And I was like, no. It's fine, sweetie. I will go to, we can go Alliance. I mean, I started on Alliance, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I mean, I missed Horde, don't get me wrong. Most of my stuff still is Horde stuff. I mean, I will fully admit that I enjoy WoW. I've tried probably about every Western MMO out there. And some Eastern ones. And I always end up coming back to WoW. I mean, I started with EverQuest, played Dark Age of Camelot after that. And then after that, then been WoW. But I mean, I've played Guild Wars 2, I played Elder Scrolls Online, I played Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, Star Wars Galaxies, and probably a few more that I can't remember. But on the bright side, at least they're not running. Yeah, I played vanilla to Draenor as Horde. And then Cthulhu and I got back together after 20 years apart. And she wanted to go to Alliance. I'm like, okay, we'll go to Alliance. And we went to Alliance. I got turned around. Where the hell's the monocle at? Did I miss it? I see a bag. Is it lying on the ground? I thought I had to kill someone for it. Nice. But I mean, that's so nice. I mean, it's the one nice thing about this day and age is we've got a lot of choices. There he is. That's what I was looking for. Like, there's just a lot of choices to choose from to play. Well, I didn't mean to pull you, but hey, we'll do this. I didn't get an add-on. I didn't get an ad. I'm happy with that. Yeah, the first year we played Alliance. But that was only because our the guild we were part of in Dark Age of Camelot voted to play Alliance. And we were like, okay, well, you know, we want to play Horde, but you know what? We'll come over with the guild. And then the guild basically was doing nothing, and we're like, okay, why did we come over here? It's like we came over here to like do raids and all that kind of good stuff, like we were doing on Dark Age of Camelot. And we move over to WoW, and the guild decides not to do a damn thing, and we're like, other than be sociable. And it's like, okay, you know, social guilds are great. That's not what we want. That's not what we came over here for. And we could be sociable. We also want to raid. And then the RP PvP servers opened up a year after WoW came out. And so how many of us? 1, 2, I think there's about 5 or 6 of us. We're like, well, nice knowing y'all. We're out of here. Because we went from Argent Dawn to Maelstrom. Nipple Lips, hello. And when we went to Horde, that's when that's where I went. I've been a Tauren Druid main for freaking ever. My first 60 was a mage. My second 60 was a druid. It was a night elf druid who 1 week after I got him to 60, we went over to Maelstrom. And I speed leveled the crap out of my Tauren druid. I think I leveled him in 12 days, something like that. Since you're on hardcore to go to PvP or your flag. No, like, you know, like the Stranglethorn arena? No, if I go in there, I get flagged. And if I die, I die. I mean, there are rogues out there. There are rogues out there waiting to see if someone decides to take a chance and go for the chest. Oh shit. And they're just sitting in that arena waiting. Yeah, it's like I was in beta for a very, very short time. But I was in it long enough to when they still had dwarf mages. Because that's what I was planning on playing, was a dwarf mage. And I'll be totally honest, the whole reason why I wanted to play a dwarf mage was because on this model, on this hair model, that little ponytail spun when he cast it. I know it's silly. I know it's not the smartest reason to make a class, but that's what I wanted. I think there's an undead I think one of the undead models also do the ponytail spin. I think. Because I want to say I searched for it when I first started playing, when I first started doing Hardcore Classic. I was like, okay, one of these guys, I think, one of these guys might have their ponytail spin. Who is it? Instead, I ended up playing a Dwarf Hunter till 36. Yeah, I think it was 36 when I bailed on him. Because I just got tired of every day opening up my pack, or actually running out of space because all I had was 4 packs, and that was an ammunition pack to hold all my ammunition. Ah, crap. All right, we got pre-rolls, everybody. So let's go on break. Let's keep the pre-rolls off so people can just pop in and not have to worry about ads. Well, let's do that, and I will be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to walk very far because I'm kind of in the middle of the road, and yeah, stitches might pop up. So I'm probably just going to do this, and then I'll just be standing here. But yeah, but I'll see you guys in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll give you guys the fireworks from Lord of the Rings. So I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Well, that was a failed attempt. But Chris, by the way, congratulations on the drop. Yeah, so after the fast stream, because we've been having a problem with the drop on the WoW stream. So I'm like, okay, so what's the problem? Basically, what you guys saw is what the problem's been. So after the fast stream, I'm like, okay, let me bring up WoW. Let me, let's do everything. Let me test it. It worked fine. So, and I was like, okay, It worked fine there without doing anything other than having OBS up and having everything that I always have up. But I wasn't recording, I wasn't streaming. So I'm okay, let me record it. So let me record, let me see if we have the same issue. Worked fine recording. So the problem is streaming. That WoW takes just a little bit more resources, that the drop doesn't work really well compared to Faz. Because, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Faz is going to take a lot less resources than WoW. But it's just weird that everything else works great. As far as WoW, cams, everything works great. There's no stuttering. There's no staggering. But third-party programs, or not third-party programs would be fine. Third-party browser things are what don't work. Because, like, Reality Ripple, Emote Wall, and Drop are all a website browser. And they all have problems when I'm running WoW. So, it all staggers. Quincy, how are you doing? I saw you doing your workouts. But welcome on in. Anybody who does not know, Quincy is my father, who is currently doing rehab. Just had heart surgery, just had stomach surgery, so he's having to do a bunch of rehab. But got any wishes you want to send his way? Make sure you guys send some wishes his way. But yeah, Mom sent me a video of you on your walking bike, getting your steps in. So good job there. But how you feeling? Looking like you're doing much better. I saw Mom said that Dr. Sala released you from the heart surgery, so you're all good there. So now you got to see your stomach. You got to see your stomach surgeon tomorrow, if I remember right. Tired? Oh, you should be. I mean, from what Mom said, you've been what, like, they want you to do this many steps, and you're like doubling and tripling that, so you're working your ass off. You should be tired. But hopefully the stomach surgeon comes in and is happy with the progress, because that'll be good to hear. And then, get all the progress going, get you home, so you can get home and see the puppies. Because I'm sure they miss you. And I know Mom misses you. But get some sleep. But sit back, listen to the WoW music. Let the WoW music put you to sleep.
Hello.
Yeah, my crate. So then please give it to me quick.
See you around.
Thank you. Thank you, Dravik. Yeah, more than earned a reward. Aha, happy nights ahead.
See you later.
Take this note to Elo. Oh, yeah, we've helped this old hermit. We should be happy about that. He and I are old friends. When he reads it and discovers what you did for me, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as I am. Bring Abercrombie's letter to Elo Ebonlock, Mayor of Darkshire. But yeah, but we're glad that you're back to be able to view, at least when you can. I know there's gonna be a lot of times where you're either doing rehab, working your butt off, or sleeping because you were working your butt off. But hi, Gaijin. Hi, Brian. Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know about this quest, we've been helping out this lovely old hermit out near the cemetery because, hermits hang out at cemeteries. He's a very nice old man. We've been helping him out. And now he's sent us to go back to Darkshire with a letter to the mayor saying thank you for our services. And that, we're such a good young man. and that we should be praised for helping out old people in their need. This is one of my favorite quests. It is definitely a quest that I missed playing Horde for so long. It's one of my favorite quests because you don't get to do this on Horde. I don't even know if there's an equivalent on Horde, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I don't think there is. Got a perfect game on Custom Nightmare on a blood. Ooh, nice. Yes, Mancrick. Wait. Am I on Mancrick? I know I'm on Mancrick on... No, I think Mancrick is my Cataclysm. You know what? Let me find out. Barg, what's up? Or let me find out real quick. I'm pretty sure it's Mancrick. I know Dream Scythe is my non-hardcore server on the anniversary servers. I'm pretty sure Mancrick is the... I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my server... I thought Mancrick was my server on Cataclysm. We're going to find out. No, Doomhowl. Mancrick is my Cataclysm server. Okay, Gaijin. Exactly. Yeah, so hardcore is Doomhowl. Dream Scythe is my classic anniversary server. I don't do classic, the old classic servers because they're dead. Mancrick is the Cataclysm, soon to be Mr. Well, technically I guess already Mr. Pandaria Classic. And then, well, Season of Discovery is pretty much dead also. So, can't remember exactly what the Season of Discovery server. And then retail is Room Rest Accord. Just want to make sure I don't have stitches walking up on me. Because that would be bad. Yeah, I looked at my old server yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Just to see, you know, how it was going or how it looked. And yeah, all the servers are low pop. I mean, if the servers are low pop, it's dead. The only thing that's going on, if you started a new character on it, you wouldn't have anybody to play with. I think the only people that still play Season of Discovery right now are the Raiders, because that's the only content they're putting out. Is every once in a while they put out a new patch with a new raid. Like I think the last one they put out was maybe Nox or Nax, however you want to say it. I think that was the last patch that came out on Season of Discovery. Or maybe that was the anniversary servers. I can't remember. Oh, I freaking loved Season of Discovery. Because I could finally play, like, I mean, I've been playing Druids, you know, since, 2004 as my main class. And I was finally able to level a balanced Druid from 1 to, I think my guy's like level 50 right now. So I didn't even finish him technically. But yeah, I was able to play a balanced Druid the whole way. And I freaking loved it. I had so much fun on Season of Discovery. I'm hoping Season of Discovery allows for Classic Plus. Because, I mean, that's what I'm looking forward. That's what I'm hoping happens sooner or later. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but it is a hope.
Well met. Light bless
All right, at last, the stargazing device is complete. Thank you, Dravik. Now I continue my research. Anything I can actually use? Oh my god, I can actually use this.
you. Careful.
That is how bad my gear is right now. I think my gear is like all 23, like 23, 25. Which 25 is not bad. 23 is pushing it. That's why I was a little worried about the ogre cave, but the ogre cave was a lot less busy than I remember it, to be honest. The universal greeting on World of Warcraft. All right, on behalf of the people of Darkshire, and as the leader of the Night Watch, I thank you, Dravik, for your bravery and dedication. May the light shine. Oh, I forgot to do that quest. Choose your reward. Nope, nope. And take it. I guess I'm taking a 10 slot bet. Which that's what I have anyway. All right, let's go. Let's go be rewarded for our good deeds. No. Mayor, I have a letter from you from some old hermit by the graveyard. He says thank you.
Light be with you.
Abercrombie, I don't know a person by the name. You say you have a letter from me from this Abercrombie fellow. Well, let's have it.
For the Alliance.
Hilo looks at the letter. What language is this? It looks ancient. I can't read it.
Light bless you.
Take the note you gave me to Sarah von Indy. He's very learned in languages and ancient arts. If anyone here can translate this message, it's he. Okay. I don't know where that guy is, but I guess we're going to go find him. For a minute, I thought that was actually to him. Oh, here we go. Hi, Sarah.
King's honor, friend.
No, from Abercrombie the Hermit. I don't know him, though he lives out at the graveyard. Then I do know his brains have rotted out.
Go with honor.
Sarah begins translating the note.
Be careful.
I'm almost finished translating that note. If you come back in a few moments, I should be done. Wait a moment. Sure. There we are. Really. It wasn't even a second. The air grows heavy as a thick black curtain draws over the land. Oh my, if what is written on this note is true, then Abercrombie's done something unspeakable. You better bring the translator note back to Elo, and do so quickly, for I fear doom already lumbers toward our town.
For the Alliance.
He's very good at translating. How you doing, Hostings?
Need help?
Right, here we go.
Be careful.
He reads the letter, face goes white, then he looks at you. Although the aid you gave to Abercrombie may have been motivated from kindness, your actions have doomed our town. Well, at least I tried. I tried to do a good thing. I can't help it that I was duped.
Light bless you.
All right, the Embalmer is a name told in one of our children's stories. He was kindly alchemist driven mad by the death of his wife Eliza. To restore her, he used dark magic to place his own heart within the bosom of his dead spouse. This revived Eliza, but it cursed her with the hunger of human flesh, forcing the Embalmer to keep her buried. His heart is his power. Find his wife's grave, retrieve his heart, and bring it to me while it still beats. Do this and his power will be broken. Find Eliza's grave, retrieve the Embalmer's heart from her, and return to Elo Ebenlock.
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, that's not morbid. Oh, and this is 30 plus. This is 30 plus. We're not doing this quest. Good, part one of the workday's done. Cool. All right, so we've got one more quest here, and then I think I can mosey on over to... yeah, I can mosey on over to Stranglethorn. I should go sell, but we're gonna go over here first. Back from lunch, want a nap, but alas, yeah, I was feeling a little bit like I needed a nap after the first stream. But Cthulhu had gotten a couple of steaks from Sam's Club, and she cooked that for lunch. So ate that, sat and talked with her for a little bit. Watched the interview, or not watched the interview. It was a thing with Ian. I cannot pronounce Ian's last name. If I saw the lettering again, how he spells his last name, I could say it. Asakosis or something like that. Uh-oh, here we go. But yeah. I watched his, it was some game developer thing that he was doing a talk at. It was a good talk. It was Azakostas. There we go. But yeah, it was a really good talk that he did of explaining how of what he has learned over the years since he became like the lead developer, all that kind of good stuff, and how WoW is, how after WoW so he I guess he took over at the end of Battle for Azeroth and towards, so Shadowlands was one of his first, no, he took over at the end of Legion. So like when he took over, he was a systems developer. He wasn't, in charge of, whatever. So he was coming at things as a systems developer. And realizing that, no, he was doing this wrong. Well, finally he was doing this wrong. I kind of wanted to sit here and see if what's his name shows up. And just his mindset over the years of going, as a developer, you have the game, it's your idea, it's your vision, and releasing that thought to, no, once this game goes live, it's now our game. It's his game and our game, and we all have a voice. And just those things which is why Dragonflight is different, why War Within, Midnight, all the little things that you're seeing that are different now in WoW is things that he and the rest of the team have learned since he took over. Because he felt like when he first took over, he was the caretaker. He had to keep, WoW on the vision that the old developers had. And trying not to change that vision. And basically just realizing that, no, this is for this game to keep going for, tomorrow, we've got to change how we do things. And one of the things they were talking about was, or what he was talking about was how they used to go about, every expansion was the expansion. This will fix everything. We won't have to worry about, however this expansion is, will be how WoW is for the future. And then coming to realize, no, because what the player is today is going to be different next year or 2 years from now. And he said where he learned that lesson at was Classic. Because he's like, he played Classic. He played Vanilla, if I remember right. So he knew how they played back in 2004, and they had the stats and they had all that kind of good stuff. And watching how people played Classic in 2019, in 2020, and all that. And it was a totally different mindset. Back in Vanilla, there was a lot of people had specs, and definitely me, I'm one of those. My spec was raiding / PvP. So it wasn't optimized for raiding, it wasn't optimized for PvP. I picked a spec that I could do both and do both well. But I didn't want to have to, change, go in here and have to pay to get my talents changed every fracking, every time I wanted to do something else. From going optimal raid to optimal PvP. I mean, that was going to cost you an arm and a leg. One of the things they noticed when they when they released Classic was that mindset was no longer valid. People hated it, but they did it. And what I'm talking about is they would grind, whatever their resource to make money, they would grind it over and over and over to make enough money to be able to basically talent change on the fly. So whatever, I can't remember what the max number is. Oh wait, no. Oh crap. That tunnel's on the other side of the farm. I can't remember what the max is for changing your talents. But they found out with Classic that the raiders and PvP people, if they did both, they had no problem with just grinding money over and over and over because they had to be optimal at both. So it was a really good interview. If you get a chance, go out and try to see if you can go find it. Or talk or whatever you want. It's not an interview because he's just talking, but it was a very interesting. It's very interesting to seeing the insides of how WoW's vision is now, and what they find important, what they think needs to be done, and all that kind of good stuff. I am lost. Okay, so I did go the wrong way. All right, let's see if I can go to the back entrance here. I think I can jump over stuff to get here. I've been like leveling, and I've not been worrying about picking up mines and herbs. All right, we're close. Well, that's not what I wanted. I've already killed you. Go away. And if I sound like a WoW fanboy, I am. I mean, I love the fact that currently, WoW, you've got. I mean, let's take Season of Discovery out of it. Unfortunately. Well, actually, no. Let's not. You could still play Season of Discovery. I mean, you're going to be alone, but you can go play and have fun. But I mean, you've got Classic, you've got Classic Hardcore, you've got Classic Mist of Pandaria, you got Classic Season of Discovery, you've got Retail. You got 5 different versions. And at the end of this year, at the end of this year, or beginning of next year, you're going to have the anniversary servers go to Burning Crusade. So technically, you're going to have 6. Out in the wild, I would say I see a lot of druids. I see a lot of paladins. I see a lot of mages. I see a lot of warlocks. I see a lot of hunters. Rogues are pretty common too. Priests every once in a while. I don't see when I'm on Horde. I see shaman. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Okay, luckily we're not pulling every freaking thing here in the sun. Oh, these guys are 31. Ooh, that could be bad. And I think he runs, so I think I'm in trouble. Trying to think of what else we got out there. I mean, priests are not common. Okay, does not run. Good. There's a better way to this. Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I do not want to go this way. That mine is not worth it. Warrior is not common at all. I mean, to the point of with hardcore, there's actually challenges. There's kind of challenges of, you know, if you really think you're good at hardcore, level a warrior to 60. Like your top classes are probably Hunter, Warlock, Paladin's up there. Mage, I think Mage might be a tier down. But if you really know how to play him, but if you're really good at a Mage, Mage can be really good because of the AoE Frost spec leveling. If you're really good, but you've got to be really good to be able to do that well. Druid, I think Druid and Mage are slightly down there. Warrior and Priest, I think, are, if I remember right, Warrior and Priest, Warrior is definitely at the bottom, if I remember right. Priest is not far from it. Shaman, I think, is C tier. Like, if you're going to do, like, you know, S tier on down, I think S tier is Warlock, Hunter, and maybe Mage. Maybe Paladin might be up there. Druid, I think, is the next tier. Druid is the next tier down. I'd have to see a list of the classes to remember everything. I know Warrior was bottom. Priest was like close to that, I think. Yeah, Shaman was definitely C tier. Oh, Rogue. Rogue might be second tier. Maybe actually no. If you know how to play a Rogue, I think was actually one of the top tiers. I don't think that's happening. I think they took that away. Holy shit. This changed. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. That is like filled with freaking werewolves. No, the only thing they do is now when you make 60. So anytime you hear the trumpets, you get a that's someone making 60. All right, let me Google this. Actually, let me Google, do they do death? I know the unofficial server, the unofficial hardcore thing still tells people when you die. Yes, there are death alerts in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore, but they're not as robust as some players might prefer. Players can enable death announcements in the interface settings, which will show deaths in the chat for their guild and for all level 60 characters of their action. Additionally, there are add-ons like Deathlog. Yeah, I don't have Deathlog that provide more detailed information about deaths, including the cause and location. I kind of forgot about Deathlog, to be honest. I think that's a lot of, yeah, I probably actually need to put that. Here, let me do this. Here, let me fix this for you. Classic. Yeah, classic. Discover Deathlog. I'll be honest, I totally forgot about Deathlog. Install. Add-ons. Let me see if I just do a reload UI. If it shows up. It might not. You love playing Major Hunter? There we go. There's Deathlog. We'll just keep that up. We'll just keep that up the top here. I think that's what most people have because, yeah, I think now it's... I think deaths only show... Yeah, players can enable death announcements in the interface settings, which will show deaths in the chat for their guild and for all level 60 characters of their faction. But I might not have that set. Let me see. Options, interface. My name. Hardcore death announcements, guild deaths, all deaths. Hardcore deal. All deaths show raid style warnings for all deaths on the realm. I've not been seeing. Yeah, I've not been seeing that though. But maybe that's because I've been doing that. But we'll see if we got a difference here. Now that we got Deathlog up. Hey, Willamel. Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that. That is way too many frag. That is way too, I don't think there's another area. Oh, God. Yeah, so Deathlog changes the map. So now all the, like, dark red is where people die. Or the, like, high concentration of deaths. So as you can see, like, on the road, is most likely people who run into stitches. Like, if you do, let's do the map. Let's go to... Oh, nope. Where am I? Let's go to Red Ridge. Yeah, Red Ridge. So this is Red Ridge. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was someone making 60. I mean, Red Ridge is just a freaking death zone. Kind of like the werewolves back there. It's deep. It is densely packed, and you have pop show up show up all the freaking time when you're on like one or two mobs. I mean, I still remember. I wouldn't say fondly, but I still remember me leveling my my 60 mage. My first 60 was my 60 mage. The amount of times I died in freaking Red Ridge from fighting this thing, only to have something pop, something repop there while I was fighting. But yeah, but because it's so densely freaking populated, and plus back then, you had a lot of people killing a lot of things, so at the same time, so you took chances that you might not have taken otherwise. So you're getting yourself out in the middle of nowhere where someone might have just killed a mob 5 minutes ago. You don't know that. Well, that too. Yeah, the hiding behind. Yeah. You walk around a corner and smack dab into a freaking orc. Like most of mine were just fighting for mobs, so you're pushing further into a dense area, and having 3 mobs pop up on top of you that you didn't know were going to be there because 2 other people killed those mobs 5 minutes ago, and they happened to repop when you showed up. Yeah, my mage died a few times. Oh shit, there's stitches. Okay, so here's the other thing. So if you look at the bottom right. Now that we got Deathlog on. Now that we got Deathlog, stitches, gift from the embalmer. Number 27 deadliest in Azeroth. Number 1 deadliest in Duskwood. I forgot this is the other thing that Deathlog does. Is it actually shows you how deadly a certain creature is. Yeah, I totally forgot about Deathlog. Deathlog is awesome. But the thing with hardcore though is people have learned how to do it. I still suck at it. but it's still my favorite mode. You know what? We might as well just go. Let's go to. All right, so we really don't have anything in Duskwood now. We're pretty much done. Missing diplomat. All right, we got to go back to Stormwind. We could turn that in, and then maybe go to the wetland. I don't know. I'm just trying to decide: do I want to go to the wetlands or do I want to go to, or if I want to go to Stranglethorn. And Pack, how you doing? How's your lovely day going? I could bypass him. I think I can get around him. I can't remember exactly what his aggro range is. These things are like 6 levels below me, so I should be okay. Let's keep an eye on him. All right, we're good. Tyler just got home from work. Apart from that, fine. Pretty good. Trying to avoid dying here, but should be okay. But also, it's like the hardcore server is a medium pop. I can't remember what medium pop actually means anymore. Uh-oh, shit. Don't tell me. Yeah, you guys go. Yeah, you guys go. You go deal with them. Good luck. Godspeed.
Come in, darling. I've been expecting you.
Will and Mel, thank you for the follow. But yeah, the hardcore server's medium pop. I mean, it's what? 9 months old? Because it came out, what, November? So it's July. So you got August, September, October. Yeah, so it's about 9 months old, 9 months old. So, I mean, the popularity of it's kind of eh. But, I mean, it's still medium pop. I still see people out here all the time leveling, doing stuff. Which is kind of one of the things I'm liking about it is, no, it's still, I mean, I walk around and I see people. Not like when I went back to Bloodsail Buccaneers the first time. And I'm like, I go to the auction house and it's like, there's nothing to buy. And I messaged a friend that I knew was still on Bloodsail, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, there's like nothing on the auction house. There's like no one doing anything. He's like, oh, you're coming back? And I'm like, I was thinking about it. And he's like, oh no, dude. The only people that do anything on Classic nowadays, oh, there we go. There was someone dying. The only people that do anything on Classic servers now are the Raiders. It's like, that's the only reason why I still play Classic is we raid once a week, and that's all we do. But there we go. Catador, the 6th level dwarf hunter, has died. I'm sorry about that. I totally forgot about Deathlog. I'm glad someone mentioned it. Because, yeah, I have I think that's why Deathlog is still out there, is because, yeah, WoW's version of it, the only alert I've ever gotten was people getting to 60. I never got alert from anyone dying. And technically, my interface is set to, what, options? What was it? Yeah, show hardcore death announcements, all deaths, and raid style, and death alerts. And yet, I never, ever got a single alert. I mean, I will say, as someone who has leveled hunters, leveled dwarves, leveled druids, mages, warlocks, I would be... those guys would have been dead if my paladin survived things that my other guys have not. Purely because of the bubble. And this is really my first time playing a Paladin. Like I leveled a Paladin in Legion because I wanted to get because I got class mounts for all the classes. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever played a Paladin. And by then Paladin had changed so much that it definitely wasn't classic Paladin. I mean, hell, I was playing a Paladin in Cataclysm classic, and that was a totally different experience. Think I'm going the right way? Yeah, Old Town. I'll be honest, I was kind of shocked. It's like, because I was kind of thinking, you know, oh, okay, Cataclysm Paladin is going to play a lot like, you know, it's going to play a lot like my classic, because I didn't think about it too much. Only to, like, you know, get done, you know, you start playing it, and I'm like, oh god, this is a totally different experience. What, you come into my alley and ask questions about me personal, oh god. Should I be doing this? Okay, we're fine. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be fine. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. He said enough. Stop hitting me. So you came to me for a reason. What is it you need? I know something about that meeting at Adel's seat. Yeah, I don't remember that quest. They got the inside for Plan B. I thought I was only going to be fighting Dashel. They got a little tricky. Played a Blood Elf Paladin for Burning Crusade, did for a few months and stopped, named Paladin Sindori. Made a level 1 alt with a name a few months before release, so it would not get taken. Oh, there we go. You could take it at release, I believe, and made it before it could. Okay, that's cool. I've been pretty lucky on my names. My name's usually never... Like, I had to change, like, Dravik. Dravik's a name I've been using for my dwarves in, like, D&D and most role-playing games for years. Like... The way I normally spell it was taken. Usually I spell it with an I instead of a Y, but whatever. But I normally keep the name now. Whenever I can get the name, I keep it and I don't delete that character unless I'm going to make a new one. And then I do the same thing. I delete him real quick. I make a new one real quick so it doesn't get taken. Like Draj is another one that Draj is a name I normally use for elves. So like if I'm doing like a night elf druid or something like that. Usually it's always named Draj. My Tauren druids. Them I actually tend to change up. Like I'll use Tatanka a lot just because, you know, it's like Buffalo. And I think Comanche? I think it's Comanche. Right, this Slim that Dashel mentioned doesn't have any other name right here, but if you say he's a Menthol, then that's a start. Speak to him and find this Slim and find out. Let's see. His name is Mikkel. He mentioned becoming a bartender before leaving Stormwind. Find a Slim and find out if there's anything else. The docket doesn't mention anything else. Speak to Mikkel and Wetlands. Okay. Right, I think, okay, I've been kind of waiting to sell everything. Okay, this house was not built for dwarves. I get stuck here. Damn humans. But I tend to use a variation of Tatanka. However, I end up having to use, you know, special characters. Alright, so we can go to Wetlands and go here. How much stuff do I have to mine? I got a little bit of stuff, but I don't have a whole lot of stuff. I'm trying to decide, do I want to run all the way to the Dwarven District? Actually, I gotta go to Menethil. So I'm bound in Ironforge. That's a shorter run. And Menethil is just over the mountain, so. But yeah, but this was the first Paladin that I've leveled in Classic that I've stuck around with. I think I did try it once in Vanilla when I was still playing Alliance, but I was like, whatever, and I ended up sticking with the Mage. But also, one of my friends wanted to play a Paladin, and so it was kind of like we had a friends group that came from Dark Age of Camelot, where there was about 10 of us, and most of us all lived here in Pittsburgh. We'd known each other since like 93, 92, something like that. Like we knew each other from another hobby, and like 2 of us got into EverQuest, and then when Dark Age of Camelot came out, I was almost about ready to take that. We convinced them to try Dark Age. They tried Dark Age, and then when WoW came out, we all went to WoW. But so yeah, so we had this friends group that we were doing dungeons and stuff with. And the only reason why we ever joined any guilds other than our own that we would make was for raids. And I was like, okay, well, we can't do raids on our own. We don't have enough people. So I guess we'll have to join a guild. And that's honestly, it's one of the reasons why I have a hard time joining guilds, is because I never had to. I know it sounds a little weird, but yeah, no, I've never had from Dark Age of Camelot, which I think was 2000. I think Dark Age came out in 2002. Because I want to say it was out for 2 years before World of Warcraft came out. But I'm probably wrong on that. Maybe it was 2001. Or from Dark Age of Camelot till Cataclysm, till the beginning of Cataclysm, I never had to worry about a guild. So we're talking a lot. We're talking about almost probably over a decade where I never had to worry about a guild, because I always had the same 10 guys and women, because most of the wives played. And yeah, we just you know, we did our own thing. Every once in a while we would join, you know, we would end up joining a guild because, you know, we wanted to do raids. Yeah, but because of that, I have a really hard time trusting. Other guilds, because every time I've ever joined any other guild, and I know it's partially because of the guilds I've joined, it's always usually ended badly. Usually, and it's not like, you know, usually just the drama llama shows up. It's me, the wife who got dragged into WoW. Yeah, I didn't drag Cthulhu into WoW. Cthulhu was, she came over and she was doing something, and I was like, do you mind if I, you know, while you're doing that, watching TV, do you mind if I boot up WoW and play some? And she's like, yeah, no, go ahead. And after a while, she got a little curious to see what I was doing. but she'd never played WoW. And oh, Frodo the gnome. Bye-bye, gnome. Oh, drowned in lava in Ironforge. Whoops. Someone made a wrong jump. And she was like, she's like, that looks interesting. So I made her a little character. And had her go through the character selection, all that kind of good stuff. And then sat her down at my desk and said, play. Yes, the floor is made of lava in Ironforge. I need to sell these. Why didn't these show up? I guess they did, and I probably just didn't see them. And then I had to drive her back to Asheville, which is like an 8-hour drive. And she's like, when we go back home, can you load up WoW on my PC? And I'm like, yeah, should be able to. It's like, I mean, especially, Draenor wasn't too bad. I mean, Draenor still wasn't too bad as far as, like older PCs could handle it, because that's what she had. She had an older PC, but it could still deal with the game. So yeah, so I got her home in Asheville and loaded up the game, and the rest is history. She's been playing World of Warcraft. Well, actually, she hasn't been playing World of Warcraft since COVID. When Blizzard had their little... When things came out about Blizzard and people like kind of was... And honestly, let's be honest. If Shadowlands would have been a great expansion, most of the WoW population would not have given a damn about what happened about the Blizzard stuff. They would have kept playing. But because Shadowlands also sucked, it gave them an excuse to virtue signal. Let's be honest. Granted, a lot of people, they left because, it offended them, and they haven't been back. I know Grimmy's one of them. Grimmy used to play WoW and left and has never come back. Cthulhu left at that point. So did I. Honestly, that was one of the reasons why I started playing Faz. But, but she started playing Final Fantasy XIV, and she pretty much has not looked back. She loves Final Fantasy XIV. There's still things that she misses in WoW. Actually, I'm flying, and we got 6 minutes before. We got actually 4 minutes before the pre-roll. Let me go over here. There's still things she misses in WoW, and she still plays WoW a little bit, only because she's got one of her best friends keeps nagging at her and nagging at her and nagging at her to play WoW with him, because he keeps thinking that she's going to experience the nostalgia that he does when he plays WoW, and she's just like, no, I don't see it. My brain is not wired that way. I'm like, look, I get it. That's why I don't try to force you to do anything. It's like, you play what you want to play, I will play what I want to play, and we will be happy. So she's been playing WoW recently, but she's like, as soon as he disappears, which he always does, severe ADHD, he'll see something else that goes, ooh, squirrel, and he's gone. She's like, yeah, as soon as he does that, I'll be playing my thing. I will let my WoW subscription die. Made a character and immediately logged off and deleted as it was too much stranger danger for me. You play Guild Wars 2. I mean, Guild Wars 2 has the same stranger danger that WoW does. But yeah, but the biggest thing she misses from WoW is the pet battles. Oh, that was like 15 years ago. That I understand. What was funny was my ex. So when I was playing, before like WoW, before Dark Age of Camelot, was EverQuest. EverQuest was the big thing. And I tried to get my ex to play EverQuest. And so, made a character for her, sat her down, was helping her get through things, or helping her, talk her through things, helping her, if she had any questions. And within moments, so if you know any of the cities in EverQuest, there's the main human cities are Kanos and Is it Freehold? No, it's not Freehold. Let's just go with Kanos. But within moments of stepping into Kanos, someone stops her in the street and goes, "Are you a real girl?" Because she was playing a girl. She was playing a woman character, and asked her if she was a woman, if she was a girl character, a girl player, and if she was, could he be her boyfriend? I mean, within moments of walking into Kanos. But back then, a lot of guys did not play women characters. Like, I mean, I still don't play women's characters. But like my best friend, like one of my best friends, he always plays women characters. And me and him were the ones that were playing EverQuest way back when. Oh, let me snooze this real quick. And I asked him one day, I'm like, okay, why do you play women characters? And if you've ever seen Viva La Dirt League, if you've ever watched Viva La Dirt League, there's one episode they've got for their PUBG where I think it's not Rowan, I think it's Ben. I think Ben shows up as a God, what's her? I can't remember the woman's name that does. I'm blanking on her name. Damn it! I hate that. But he shows up as her as his character, and they're all giving him shit on, you know, why are you? What is that? And he's like, okay, please go crawl. He's like, please, you know, crawl around on the ground. So Rowan gets on the ground. He's crawling around, and everyone's kind of looking at it, going, ugh. And then they all look at her, look back at Rowan, look back at her, and go, ah. And that was basically my friend's description. He's like, if I've got to follow a butt around, 10 hours a fracking day while I'm playing this game, I'd rather it be a woman's butt than a male's butt. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It's like I totally get it. And then he added in the thing of, because like I said, back then a lot of guys didn't play female characters, or at least that said they did. And he's like, the amount of money I've made on this game from guys just giving me money because they think I'm a girl. And I was like, okay, yeah, I see that too. Oh, we have a Snickle Fritz and a Apple Cider who have now died. So yeah, okay, so Deathlog's been a lot better. But I will say it is a lot less deaths. But yeah. Like it really doesn't happen anymore, because plenty of guys play women characters nowadays, and plenty of women play male characters. But yeah, back then I'm sure a lot of people did. They just didn't say anything about it. But yeah, he said, yeah, in EverQuest, he's like, yeah, I've made so much fracking money from people just walking up thinking I'm a female and giving me money, hoping they can become their online boyfriend. But we've got an ad coming up. We got pre-rolls starting about here in about 50 seconds, everybody. So let's go on break. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes, most likely 3. And then we'll go try to kill some orcs. And yeah, so I'll give you guys Mulgore, and I'll be right back. welcome back, everybody. But Lily Cat, that is cute. All right, the alerts should stay up longer on the screen now when someone dies. It was set at 6 seconds. I've set it now to 10. So we'll see if it ends up feeling like it's too long. We'll change it back. We'll change it again. From down, this isn't about something.
See you around.
I say Elling sent you here. Well, then the hospitality I expressed is now tenfold. Anything you need, just ask. Flim, huh? Don't look now, drive, but the gentleman over by the exit is looking over here. He's listening to our conversation a little too intently. If I were you, I would do what you can to subdue him before he makes... Subdue Tapoke John before he escapes and then return to Mikhail. Can I beat this guy? I don't know if I can. No, it's 33. Are you kidding me? I ain't doing crap. I'll be back for... No, crap. I might have to run here. All right, I'll try this one more time. I might have to run.
How are you? Have a good one. What can I do for you?
Could be a very bad idea. Kind of looking like a very bad idea. Just putting it out there. Yeah, this is... No. Run away. Yeah, I thought this was a bad idea. Yeah, let's not add our name to the list, shall we? We'll leave that. We'll leave that for later. All right, so we want to go do the war banners. I could fight my way to Sarltooth also. That could be 2 quests we do. And we've got the Cursed Sailors. What's funny is in my brain, a lot of these quests are harder than what I remember them. Or actually, no, take it back. Are less hard than what I remember them when I first played the game. Like I remember like the Cursed Sailors. I remember dying in there on that ship so many fracking times. Sarltooth. I remember kind of having an issue getting to Sarltooth. And I mean, I think I can do that one pretty easy, and I think I can get that one pretty easy. Oh, crap. I forgot the fracking train. Do I need to go back and train? Let's see. 30th level. Let me Google something real quick. To get Paladins gain access to gain consecration, holy light, lay on hands, and seal of light. Thing is, I don't remember having. I don't think I've have. Where is consecration? Because I don't think I have it yet. It says I get level 2, but I don't see me. I don't see me having level 1, let alone level 2. Granted, this is Google, so I wouldn't say it's 100% right. Well, we'll go do this. I should be fine. Everything should be fine. We'll try to go do this. We'll go do this, and then we'll come back and try to do. We'll try this. If it's a little too densely packed, we'll bell. Hopefully we'll be able to bell and we don't die. That would suck. Because I have a couple ideas of what to play if he dies. I'm not going to say when, if he dies. I mean, mage is one, just because, in mage is purely for the simple fact of the amount of times I have to go here, go there, to get to the other side, to get to the other continent, where I'm like, if I just played a mage, I could get portals and just port. And just portal away. Would make things much simpler. He's been slain of skeletal warrior. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Level 60. Oh, no. Oh, he had to be fracking either overran or... How does he die to that? I wonder if he was AFK. Oh, nice. Oh, that bites. Unless he did it on purpose. But I mean, it was Western Plague Lands. It wasn't even Eastern Plague Lands. Yeah, I'm very curious to know. I'd love to know how he died. I don't know if they died on purpose. Embrace our penis. Gabrielle, Goth Girl, Human Mage, level 5. But yeah, Night Elf Hunter, Skeletal Warlord, Western Plague Lands. Wait a minute. Last words are question mark? I can't remember if Skeletal Warlords, Western Plague Lands. Is that Strathhold? That might be. I know it's not Strathholm. No, Strathholm is Eastern Plague Lands. What's the one area that's right outside? That's on the border of Western and Hinterlands. I almost want to Google Skeletal Warlord and see if it's an elite or where it's at. Now, he could also be, I mean, he might be self-found. All right, level 29. Yeah, I should be able to handle this. Skullomance. That's the one I was thinking of. Hey, Nick. Huh. All right, let me Google it real quick. To the Google machine. 56, 57 elite. Found in Western Plaguelands. And it looks like he is in... Yeah, it's in Skullomance. So there you go. These Shire, they are located, held in so many... These NPCs... Oh, no. These NPCs originally had a purpose when the game launched. As each Shire, they are located in... But a summoning crystal for Arage's summoner. All 4 towers had to have their summoning crystals interacted with in order for Arage's summoner to spawn. All right, so that's... So, no, actually, it's not Skullomance. It's just... Here, let me show you where he's located at. Even though that is around, isn't that Skullomance right there? No, Skullomance is over here. Let me show you. So there's Kirdaro. That's the Bulwark. Yeah, that's that little town. I can't remember what that town's name is. But that's where all the, Stormwind fighters are fighting and the undead guys are fighting around this little town. So yeah, so he must have been trying to summon Araj. Well, thank you for knowing the answer. So it was elite. It was just elite that was open world elite. So it might have got caught off guard. Or it might have been maybe he was trying to, with a group, and was trying to do that quest. Or trying to get a Raj. But we only saw him fell. Like, we didn't see any other level 60s die, so... But how you been, Nick? Sarl is, yeah. I thought he was up that little thing there. Oh no! Oh, got an inner infection. Okay. Well, hope she gets better. Glad it's just an ear infection, not anything more serious. Well, that happens. Murloc died to a Murloc. That's common. Yeah, I love that my wife just does not understand my hatred for Murlocs. No, they never are. She just does not understand the pain. She has allergies and her ears are wonky, but didn't clear this time. Okay. Glad you're taking her in to go get looked at.
You got my attention. Watch, get her back.
I just realized. So last time we went into town, I was supposed to go to the Paladin trainer, and 2, I was supposed to go to the auction house and buy new gear. Both of which I failed to do. I'm the designated vet person. They only blame one of us. But it looks like a fox spirit. Nice. Enjoy that. All right, so we are done here. Let's go fight some orcs. And then we can... Then we can go try out some cursed crew. But I know that is at the bottom of the boat, if I remember right. Which means I'm going to have to fight my way down into the boat. That doesn't make me happy. Maybe it's on maybe it's on top of the deck. I can't remember. For some reason, I want to say it's at the bottom of the boat. But I kind of have to swim on the outside, swim through a porthole, and go in that way to get to the box, and try to do it fast enough where I don't freaking drown to death. I guess drown is enough. I guess I don't have to say drown to death. Drowning is enough. Do they? I have not noticed that. I mean, granted, I haven't fought a Murloc in a couple of years, but... Next time I fight someone, I'll have to pay attention. Curse you. Die, you bastard. No. This is why I hate this quest. I mean, I'll be fine. I'm 3 to 4 levels higher than these guys, but it's because they net you and they run and they come back and you're sitting there going, well, shit. Oh, if we're lucky, we'll get... Oh, well, no, we're going to get 2. What? What the hell? That's because they're trying to get people to fall in love with Murlocs. It's a trap. I know. I mean, not gonna lie, it works. The baby freaking Murlocs and baby freaking Alkins are freaking cute as hell. Oh, they are. There's a reason why it's one of my animated emotes. Come on, come over here. Bring your friend. More the merrier. Yep. Come back. No. God, thank God I'm level freaking 30. Right, are we seeing enough deaths now? I hope your bloodlust for seeing deaths is being sated. But I will say I missed seeing it also. I just kind of totally forgot about it. Like, I thought about it, but I'm like, I thought it was the unofficial hardcore server that did add-on that did that, but I forgot that you had two different versions of the Deathlog, one for the unofficial hardcore and then the regular. Then the unofficial hardcore, I think, kind of went away, if I remember right. I would really like to know how he died. Like, did he die on his own? Did he get caught? Like, was he self-found? And so his gear wasn't that great. The fact, though, that he typed R question mark, but that is kind of a hardcore thing. And when you know you're going to be dead, you're just going to go, R. Excuse me, come back. Hello. You're walking too far. Yeah, I'm still trying to decide if I'm doing self-found on the next run. I kind of want to. Which, if I do self-found, that will determine what I play. Because if I do self-found, I will probably do. I don't know. If I do self-found, it's going to be probably, I don't know. Could be mage, could be druid. And I'll have the stipulation of I can't group. Well, unless I end up doing a dungeon or something like that. But I can group for named mobs, but only if I'm already fighting something. If I'm already fighting one and someone like throws me an invite, while I'm killing it, I'll let them join. I won't join someone else to kill a named mob. It's like I have to kill the named mob on my own, but I'm not going to sit there and kill still to do it. Oh God, it's level 1. I think those are going to be my own self rules. Because that was my problem with the unofficial hardcore server. I mean, I played it. I played it for a while. But I hated the fact of it forced people to be assholes. And honestly, it's why I stopped playing it. And I didn't come back to hardcore until they came out with the official servers. I just got tired of watching people being assholes to each other. And it's like, no, I'm good. I can go do something else. Because you had people, try to be nice, try to play with others. And then you had guilds formed specifically to try to troll other people. Or try to ninja farm. And it's just like, nope, this is bringing out the worst. This is bringing out the worst in the WoW community. So my rule is, if I'm fighting a named mob, you come up, I'll let you join, we'll kill it together, you get credit, go. If I come up and you're there and you want to fight the mob, go ahead, I'll wait for the repop. I know repops sometimes suck, but I'll wait. No, I'll be honest, I'll probably change that up. Because some of the repops do suck. So I'll probably on named mobs, I'll just go ahead. If someone wants to group, we can group, whether I've already started or not. Otherwise, I'll try to kill it on my own. Like, all I can think of is... What's the fracking name of the... It's not Gore-Tusk. It's Barons, one of the bristlebacks. The name bristleback chieftain. It's probably like a level, God, probably like a level 12, level 13, 14 quest. But you got to kill a bunch of bristlebacks. You got to get a bunch of storage. But then you've got the snarl snout or something like that. But then you got to kill the named boss back in the back. Nah, Hogger's Alliance. This is on Horde side. It's kind of like Gnarl Snout or something like that. But yeah, on the unofficial servers. And the problem is the respawn of that guy is like, I think it was like 10 minutes or something like that. So you're just sitting there waiting. And I mean, especially with like when unofficial hardcore servers got popular, you just had a lot of people doing it. And you could sit there for hours waiting for your turn. Or it's your turn and someone comes up and grabs the mob. All right, so I am looking at... All right, so first boat has Snellig. If I remember right, I have to go through one of the... Actually, I don't think I can. Nope, there it is. That's what I need. Oh, crap. That's... Probably not a great idea. I hate disarm. We're fine. Let me do this just in case. Just in case I get an ad. All right. What's this do to me? Physical damage dealt reduced by 8. Passing speeds reduced by 20. And the thing is, here's my thing on line jumpers. Technically, they're not wrong. I mean, a decent human being would not do it. But technically, it's not my mob. It's not it's not anybody's mob. It just is, it's no one's mob. Technically, it could be first come, first serve. It's just, it sucks. I mean, there's certain classes that if you're trying to do a first come, first serve, they are never going to get the mob. Hey, Dilly. So a decent human being would play well with others, and you wait your turn. That doesn't always work. So I couldn't get, totally upset about it because it's like, okay, technically I can't, it is what it is. But, you know, but then you're like, come on. Like, especially like anyone with an instant cast. I mean, you're always going to freaking get the mob before, you know. Like, I mean, I had, you know, as a druid, I had Moonbeam. So, you know, I could beat you on the draw. Like a warrior's got to take a swing. You're going to beat him. But I'm glad the official servers let people group. I'm just going to keep it to where I don't group unless it's a named mob. Then I'll group. If I have to, or if someone wants to. Right, I'm okay with this. I forgot these guys. I could do that, actually. My only problem with turn undead is it's like fear. And fear always, like, fear is great if I'm going to be running. Fear always got me in trouble. All right, Gaijin, have fun with Guild Wars 2. Like, it always seemed like every time I feared something, if I was trying to fight something, it always came back with something else. It never freaking failed. Oh, Human Warrior, Westfall, Defias Trapper. I'll be honest, I did forget also that reading the death log was part of the fun of playing hardcore. Oh shit. Crypt Walker, level 57 druid. Oh, that's gotta hurt. At least a level 60 can at least say they got the level 60. Yeah, it's like, no, I'd rather just run. I'm not going to fear. That's just asking for me to get in trouble. Ooh, 3 guys. This could be bad. I should be okay. I've got lay on hands. I've got a healing potion. I need to pop that. I mean, luckily they're undead, so they don't run. Where to showing? Hello. Do you think people observe more of a social contract on hardcore servers due to their nature? I mean, trolls aside, they're always trolls. They do on the official servers. Like, there's always times where if I'm running up, if I either throw if I throw a join or someone else throws a join, if we're like if we're on a named mob, or even if, like, let's say this. If someone else came down here, because they're all the same mobs, and someone else came in, they would most likely send me an invite. But like like I said, like on named mobs, you had I've seen on the official servers, it's been a lot more pleasant. And this is even when the official servers came out, I noticed a drastic change between the unofficial servers and the main servers. But you had people, but you could do that on the unofficial servers. If you grouped, you were automatically disqualified from hardcore. This game, I mean, there's a reason why I've been playing. Oh shit! Back up. I thought I saw I had 2 guys. Nope, we're okay. I thought I saw it. I thought I was fighting 2 guys there for a minute. I thought one like got outside and then had to come back around to try to kill me. I think I've got Marines outside. Isn't crypt walkers with spiders and yeah, I believe so, yes. And Eastern Plague Lands would be level, 57 up to 60. And they might have got caught, but I don't know where they died at. They might have been, because it's a druid, they might have been trying to stealth through something and got caught. So they might have been trying to, like, that tunnel that takes you from, like, where, is it Nax? I think where Nax is. You've got that tunnel that takes you to the other side of Eastern Plague Lands. If they were going through that tunnel and got uncovered on stealth and then tried to run and got netted, and then others came and joined in on the kill, I could easily see that happening. I'm trying to find more Marines. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would think happened, most likely. I think all the sailors are... Nope, there's a Marine. There's a Marine on top. Okay. Oh, Captain Hallandor. Thing is, I don't think Captain Hallandor... I think I have to come back to kill him. Alright, so let's go down here. Here, let's eat and drink. But yeah, I forgot. This was part of the fun of hardcore. Was just seeing how other people died. Like you don't feel too bad about anybody once someone gets to 50, like 50 and above. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I mean, once you probably break 40, you're kind of like, oh man, sorry. It's like you were getting there, and especially once they get to 50, 50 plus, you start, you feel their pain. I want to try. Thing is, I gotta kill that guy, that guy, that guy. I have a Marine down here that can pull out. That'll work. It is funny how we were talking about the other day about how, like when you're like breathing in, like I don't know when breathing changed. I know Cataclysm, you can go into the water as anybody and your breath barely freaking moves. I mean, you will drown eventually, but it takes a while to drown. But in Classic, yeah, I mean, your breath, like, we were already down to 3/4, and that was just me trying to pull someone out of the boat. Unnecessary wisdom. Be nice to your neighbors. You never know when you will need them. Yep. So what, you guys are getting your power back tomorrow? Do they have any estimated time on when you're getting your power back? Both those are there. Right, we are definitely going to have to need to go to a new zone. We're about, well, actually, we are quested out. I think everything else here is like something plus, which means we got to be way above to have a chance. And even that, I'm not sure is worth it. But I think we'll turn these in and we'll go back to Ironforge to train and buy new gear, because my gear, I think most of my armor is 23. My weapon is 25. So everything is 5 to 8 levels below what I am currently. Okay. Yeah, hopefully they say tomorrow and it's, you know, later on tonight. Like, I know when we lost, what, God, it was right when I started streaming WoW again. I lost power I think it was I lost power. We only had like 30 minutes left, but I lost power. It had to have been a weekend. Oh, no, it was a test stream. I lost power on the test stream, and like had 30 minutes left, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And they were estimating like 9 o'clock, so I think I lost power around 5:30, and I got power. They were estimating 9. I got power back at like 7:30. Because it was gone for about 2 hours. All right, have you attacked the Dragon Maul? Yes, I have. Well, Fallout Dragon Balls are not the same threat they were when they had dragons, but they're still first opponents. Necros, son of Necros, who was the former head of the Dragon Balls years ago. Necros used powerful magic to tame the red dragons. Necros was killed, and his son has avowed revenge. Alright, Necros has built catapults and aims to lay siege. Oh, this is that quest that you have to constantly go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But then again, that is most of Classics quests. I mean, we complain, like, you know, I was complaining, not complaining, but just the difference between Classic and Retail is Retail, like, everything is boom, 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 and you don't have a time to breathe. Where Classic is, okay, go kill these. Okay, run all the way back here, turn that in. Okay, now we want you to go back and kill more things over here. Okay, now go all the way back over here. So you have time to breathe, it's just a lot of breathing. Screw it. All right, there's that. Thanks you and gratitude to cursed brethren. Yep, Captain Hallandor. Jumbo's ship. Hello. All right, break the curse free, all my brethren. things stored on my ship must be retrieved and cleansed. My old captain is still in my dreams. I know he walks my doomed ship, the Intrepid. Get the key from him and use it to open the Intrepid strongbox. Alright, so we know where that guy is. Bring it to the priest in town. I guess we're not done here. Alright, we need to go back to Iron... Actually, let's... I think I got a bunch of crap I gotta pick up here. Yeah. Alright, so let's go back to Iron Forge. We'll train. We'll get gear. We'll sell some stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll try to do the strongbox. I mean, we know it's not going to be that big of it. I mean, we know... I mean, the captain is 30, but we should be fine. We just got to fight our way to him. Which I believe was, what, 3 sailors and a marine? Just depends on how many we pull and if we pull him also. But just a reminder, I'll be stopping about 15 minutes early tonight. I've got a Dragonlance campaign that we are restarting every other Thursday. So tonight we just want to get there a little bit earlier because it's the first night. We haven't played this campaign in like 2 years. But the couple that had life kind of get in the way, his work just got crazy. Oh no! Duel to the death. That I think is common. Once you get your guy, especially if you don't raid and you get to 60, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to move him over to I'm going to move him over to one of the normal servers. So duel and die. But yeah, so I'll be logging off around let's see what time. Probably around 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. So we still got a little bit of time. We still got about an hour. We got about an hour. Yeah, like I said, and like I've said, this stream in August is going to go to 5 hours. It's basically once Cat Thulu goes back to school to teach. Right now she's home summer vacation. She would rather me not be on for 5 hours in the evening. She'd rather me, hang out with her a little bit, which I totally get. So why don't I have consecration? Is consecration is that a talent? Holy? Yeah, okay. It's a talent. No wonder. But yeah, so once she goes back to school, this is going to change to 7 hours. I mean, 5 hours. All right, see ya, Chris. Thanks for dropping by, man. Much appreciated. But it actually works in my favor because she'd rather be able, because when she's teaching, she gets home around 5. But she usually spends like the first half an hour to an hour kind of decompressing, sometimes taking a nap. And then she wants to get a workout in or maybe start working on dinner. So me streaming till 7 kind of keeps me out of her hair. To put it bluntly. So yeah, so it works out very well. Actually, let me get all this here. All right, so we got exorcism. That goes there, which actually will help. Will come in handy with the fight with the captain. Lay on hands. Seal of light. What's this one? Seal of Light fills the Paladin with Divine Light for 30 seconds, giving each melee attack a chance to heal the Paladin for 39. Don't know how well that does, but we'll keep it there for now. Shadow resistance gives additional 30 shadow. Oh, okay, that's an aura, right? Okay, I'm going to guess that that comes into play somewhere way down the road, maybe. Especially, I guess, if you got multiple paladins. Ocean aura. Divine intervention. Paladin sacrifices himself to remove the targeted party member from harm's way. Enemies will stop attacking the protected party member, who will be immune to all harmful attacks. Okay. We can put that there. And I gotta find the person. Well, I mean, this is both our second marriage. We're both, both smart people. But we learned from our first marriage. And, because we had dated back in 93, 94, we dated. And then we still knew each other till I moved up here. Unfortunately, she was dating a lot of my friends. So because she was a beautiful woman. People wanted to date her. And since I wasn't dating her, they were going to date her. But, yeah, we just, we both just kind of learned from our first marriages. It's a definite reason why our marriage works. And actually, I could sell that or whatever. Actually, no, I'll sell it. What the hell? We'll try to sell this. Someone might buy it. All right. Anything else I got? I need more greater healing potions, but I think I might have some in the bank. I almost walked away without buying stuff, but I want to go check the bank, see if I got any, because I know I dropped some in the bank. I just don't know if that was the other healing potions or if it was these healing potions. Nope, it was these. But we might as well put these in here and sell. All right, so sell these. Buy these. Actually, do we need the? That's 21. What's the next healing potion up? I don't think I can use the next healing potion. Let's just put in healing potion. I know from like my first marriage is where I had to learn how to, and it's weird. So like before my first marriage, I was basically by myself for 7 years. After my last serious relationship, like I had dated a couple of times, but for the most part, I was on my own. I got married the first time purely for the simple okay, so 35. I got married the first time, honestly, because I thought I was expecting too much. That is why I got married the first time. I kind of was like, you know what? Maybe I'm expecting too much of my partner. Maybe I should be, looking for You know, maybe I should be more not accepting, but what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, we're gonna have to level this, by the way. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. Not keeping to what I really wanted. There's a word for it. I'm freaking blanking on it. It's just driving me a little crazy right now that I can't remember what the word is. But, so it was kind of one of the things that I had to learn this time of not taking, you know, it's like, no, this is what I want. If I can't find that, it's okay. I'm moving on. I mean, nothing against the person that that I would be seeing or whatever, but it's just like, I'm not going to sit here and waste your time. I can deal with being by myself. So, yeah, we're out. There's a word for it, and I'm just totally freaking blanking on it, which is driving me a little crazy. Making exceptions. That's definitely bad, but yeah, but you know what I mean. All right, there's no point in, buy the cheapest, just get your better gear and be happy. But yeah, but like I separated from my first wife because she got caught embezzling money out of the company that she belonged with, or that she was working for. And why I took her back was I got lonely. And I was like, screw it. So I took her back. And that was my biggest thing to learn. That was the biggest thing I learned from my first marriage was suck it up, deal with the loneliness. It's okay to be lonely. Or actually, just enjoy being in your own space. Yeah, my first wife, it was all about it was all about sorry, brain's a little fried today. Looks. Oh, wait. All right, we will continue this discussion when I come back. We've got pre-rolls about to start. So let's go on break. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll talk and we will play. Because that's what we do on this channel. All right, I'll be right back, everybody. right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to those. Welcome back to everybody. All right, so going back to whatever. Yeah, the ex just everything had to be perfect. She had to be the perfect housewife, the perfect, have the perfect house, the perfect this, that, whatever. And yeah, it just caused and didn't I buy 5 of these? No, okay, no, I only bought 5. Okay. And like I said, she got busted for embezzling from the Pittsburgh Opera because she was like the bookkeeper. She was one of the bookkeepers for Pittsburgh Opera. She got busted embezzling from them. Like with me, she did our bills in the beginning. She got us behind on stuff. I took back over the bills. And for about it, and she just constantly would, ask me to be in charge of the bills, be in charge of the bills, be in charge of the bills. And I finally, after about a year, it was like, okay, fine. Because she was saying she wanted to prove herself. That she wanted to, go give her another chance so she could do it and all that. And I was like, you know what? Fine. To be totally honest, I knew exactly what was going to happen. All right, I got to go. We're going to talk and all that because I got to go level this sword because I don't have any skill in this sword. I have two-handed sword. It is level 1. I knew it was going to happen. I was basically at that point in the marriage. I knew it was over. I just was basically going, okay, you do what you want to do. Eventually you're going to want a divorce, and I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself that when we do divorce, it's basically you go one way, I go the other way, and that's it. I'm not paying alimony or whatever. That's better than that's basically what I was doing. Is it shitty? I don't know. You tell me. I thought it was smart. Especially when she started talking about some guy at this camp that her aunt owned. Hey, lattes. And as soon as she started talking about some guy hitting on her, I don't know if she was trying to make me jealous or what, but it was kind of like, okay, yeah. It's like, okay, I see the writing on the wall. You are sooner or later going to sleep with this guy. Even though she says she didn't, she just asked me for a divorce, but it's funny that, yeah, no, she slept with this guy. But yeah, it was just one of those, give her enough rope, let her hang herself, and that's exactly what she did. I mean, I paid for it financially because she filed for bankruptcy when we divorced. So she didn't have to pay any of the bills that were like the house, the cars, all that kind of good stuff. And everything got left to me to have to pay. Which I didn't, but I couldn't file bankruptcy. Because if I filed bankruptcy, they would basically just garner my wages. And I'm like, well, but my lawyer was like, look, we live in Pennsylvania. All they can do is harass you. They can't take you to court. They can't do anything. They can't do anything to you other than harass you. So basically, don't file bankruptcy. Deal with your credit. Deal with the fact that your credit is going to go to shit, and move on. Yeah. I mean, it took me, divorced in 2007. Took me about 10 years to clean to basically let everything fall off And the things that didn't fall off because I mean, credit companies can do basically what's called, they'll let something go for like 6 years and then they'll ping it again. And as soon as they ping it again, it starts the clock over because most things will fall off your credit after 7 years. So I had a couple of companies doing that for a couple of things. And for those guys, it was like, okay, fine. But they had sent their stuff to like credit collection agencies. So it was really just getting together with those guys and going, okay, you guys are going to keep pinging my credit, so I need to take care of this shit. And, you know, basically, you know, by that, at that time, all they wanted was some money. And the credit collection agencies don't give a shit because it wasn't their money that, you know, it wasn't their money. So they're, you know, they're giving you like an 80% discount on what the hell, on what you, whatever. So yeah, so it did that, took care of that. It took me about 10 years. Now my credit is, God, over 700, I think. I mean, I look at it as it was a lesson. All right, I'm killing these guys way too fracking quick. So where do I need to go now? I guess we'll go to... I need things that aren't going to kill me, but will take me a while to kill so I can level this thing. But honestly, that is why Cthulhu, and Cthulhu went through pretty much not exactly the exact same thing, but pretty close. Like her ex wasn't embezzling or wasn't spending money, because like when we divorced, I found out that like the house was 5 months behind. The cars were, because she took back over the bills because she wanted to, you know, prove herself. You know, it was basically because she wanted to spend money on whatever. One was she really wanted to be pregnant, and we were going through in vitro, and I realized after the fact that she was basically not paying any of the bills so she could pay for the in vitro. And anyone that's gone through in vitro knows that insurance companies don't pay for that. That comes out of your pocket, and that's usually more than $10,000. So yeah, so she wasn't paying any of the bills and was paying for in vitro. So yeah, so when we divorced, I found out like all the cars were like 3 months behind. The house was 5 months behind. Actually, no, house was 3 months behind. Everything was like 3 months behind. And I was like, well, that sucks. Bought me a used car and said, here, take everything. So yeah, so that sucked for a while. But because I went through it, I learned to not make exceptions. Okay, yeah, so you're good there. Oh, thank you, Dilly. Yeah, it's funny, my old job, like, used to think I hated marriage. And I'm like, why do you guys think I hated marriage? Like, oh, you know, your ex and all this, blah, blah. Like, no, I fully embrace the marriage idea. What I keep telling the young guys is, don't marry for the sake of getting married. Because that's what half of you guys are doing. Is, I hear you talk about your soon-to-be wife or fiance or whatever, and I hear you guys talk about them, and how you're talking about them basically is, well, I got nothing better to do. Is basically how it comes across. And it's like, no, that's when you guys hear me say, don't do that. It's like, get married because you love her and you want to be with her for the rest of your fracking life. No, I mean, I'm not religious, but I'm looking at the fact that the in vitro folks were like, no, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with me. They were like, so they really weren't sure why she wasn't getting pregnant. I mean, I think she did get pregnant once, and she lost it. But if I remember right, or at least she told me she did. I think it was more, nature going, yeah, you guys don't need to have a kid. And that's what Cthulhu and I have. I mean, it's weird. So my best friend, you guys see him show up on the Faz channel every once in a while, Athadius. So he's my best friend. We've known each other since like 92, 91. My first marriage, this is going to sound weird. My first marriage, he took precedence over my wife. If he wanted to do stuff, and he was married, so it was all, stuff with all of us. But if he scheduled something, I did stuff with him, or I just, we did stuff with them, whether or not my ex-wife wanted to do that or not. I didn't care, because he stayed my best friend. He's still my best friend, but Cthulhu trumps him. It's like, if she wants to do something, if she doesn't want to do whatever, and we talk about it and it's all cool, then that's what we don't do. Oh, that's the thing. The guy that she cheated on me with, I don't even know if they ever got married. She has 3 kids by him, but I don't think they ever got married, because she made it a clause. She made a thing with him, or she told me she made a thing with him, that they could not get married until he got his GED. Yes, that's who she left me for. And even then, I mean, God, I let them basically get cell phones on my cell phone account, and they stopped paying the bills, and I got screwed over with that also. But luckily, my job back then had given me a raise, and I had the money to be able to pay off the cell phone bills. But yeah, so, But yeah, no, the ex has like 3 kids, I think. Last time I knew, she had 3 kids. I don't know if she ever married the guy or not. I thought I'd get married because I had no real examples of happy marriages growing up. Then I met my husband and his family and saw that marriage was not necessarily terrible as a thing. Once we got married, we both were kind of blown away at how many people get married and don't even seem to like their spouse. Yeah, there is that. I mean, Cthulhu and I are very open about this. I mean, we don't ever think it's going to happen. We don't think it's ever going to happen. But we both understand that people change. It's just part of life. It will happen. I mean, it might happen. The question is, do you change together? Sometimes yes, and you change and you go on. I've talked about this stuff before on Fast Stream. Everything I'm talking about right now, I have talked about on the Fast Stream before. This is not anything new. So we both understand that, there might be a day, down the road that we both kind of wake up and go, you know what? We still love each other, but we've both gone totally different paths. And instead of clinging on, and then, at that point, we're just like, okay, we have a discussion. We make a choice. Do we change, or do we go our separate ways? I mean, we've had that discussion. I don't think it's going to change because we have so much fracking things in common. I mean, I don't even have as many things in common with my best friends than I do with Cthulhu. I know that sounds a little corny, but it's the truth. I mean, none of my friends like horror movies. My wife loves horror movies. Sitting back, I mean, we can sit back and watch, like Critical Role or Dimension 20, you know, we can do that for days. None of my friends would do that. All right, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna start heading towards Westfall. I mean, wetlands. I'm gonna see if I can possibly find something down here to kill. That might actually take me a little bit of time. But I mean, I do know that if, you know, Cthulhu and I one day decide to go our separate ways, I am most likely 100% done as far as relationships go. And not saying that, oh my God, I'm putting off relationships, blah, 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 blah. I know me. One of my problems with any roommate that I've ever had and my ex-wife was I can't stand people being in my space. And maybe it's because once I, you know, being in the military, then once I got out of the military, I was, you know, I had roommates for like 3-4 years. And once I got my own place, having someone else get into that space drives me crazy. So I just know that about myself now. But Cthulhu is the only person that I have ever been with. Now I'm talking ex-girlfriends, roommates, whatever, where I have zero issue with her being in my space. What are you doing over there? Get back over here. Here we go. This is what I needed. I really should be buying 3 weapons. I should buy a 2-handed sword, I should buy a 2-handed blunt weapon, and I should buy a 2-handed axe. Though there wasn't any blue, or there wasn't any, all the axe and hammers were all blue and wanting like 15 gold, which I'm not paying for a freaking for an item that I'm going to be changing out in like 5 levels. This is exactly what we needed. Nothing really is going to hurt me here. I can just sit here and hit a bunch of orcs. Though this could get... I might have to kill these guys quick, though, when they start running. I don't want to get overran. Let's go to the wetlands. We might be able to find... I think we'll be fine just going in, hitting some stuff in the wetlands for a little bit. It's kind of one of the things, though, Cthulhu and I kind of, we both talked about, because we both stayed in marriages too long that we should have gotten out of. And, just kind of one of the things that we, talked about is like, no, life is too short. No, you try to make a marriage work. But if it's evident that it's not going to work, one, get out before you hate each other. But two, yeah, life is too fracking short. Why be in something that you're going to be miserable in? No worries. Okay. Love advice from Uncle Finn. Kids, be happy. So it was funny though, when Cthulhu and I, like, when we first when we got back together, one of the first things she asked me, she was like, okay, do you want kids? I'm like, personally, I could care less. Like, if you would like to have kids, we can have kids. If you do not want to have kids, we don't have to have kids. And she was like, I don't want kids. I'm like, okay. And her reasoning was very valid. I'm a teacher. I have to deal with everyone else's kids. 8 hours a day. I don't have to come home and then deal with my kids. And I'm like, that is about as valid a reason as I can think of. I mean, I told her, it's like, okay, for me, I have learned I like my time. I'm selfish. And I know, for me, if I have a kid, and I will sacrifice my time, if I would have ever had a kid, I would have sacrificed my time. Because that's me. But if I had to choose, and if I had to choose now, or like when we got together, I would choose not to have to give up my time. It's like, I want us to be able to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. Not have to basically
Side effects may include dry
schedule
mouth,
our
nausea,
lives
vomiting,
around
hypertension, painful
the
rectal
kid.
ache, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Magic is not
No.
for everyone. Consult
God,
your
no.
doctor before use.
We actually have friends that basically did that. And added a kid on top of it. Which, I mean, Godspeed to them, but yeah, that definitely was throwing a lot of things all at once on a brand new marriage. Yeah. It's like, that's a lot of extra stress, man. You already got enough stress dealing with learning how to, even if you have lived together for a couple of years or whatever, living together and being married together are two different things. Because living together, you always have an out. You can leave if you want. Marriage, on the other hand, you kind of feel like you can't do that. And you probably shouldn't. So yeah, it's like, don't do that to yourself. Or small, but I met Cthulhu and I, we went to the justice of the peace. We kind of, because we both kind of looked at each other and went, okay, so you want to get married? It's like, you want to get married? It's like, yeah, sure. It's like, yeah, no, I want to get married. It's like, okay. Do you want to go through a wedding? No, don't want to have to go through a wedding. We already did that. Did that once. Didn't like it. Got the t-shirt. And and once again, she was of the same opinion. She was like, I was so fracking stressed out from my first marriage. I never want to have to go through that again. I'm like, I'm with you. We're good. We can go to the Justice of the Peace and we are done. We can have a party afterwards, hire some catering in, and be done with it. We got married May 31st. Hired catering for the next weekend, and we were done. We were good. Though I will say this year was the first year that we both forgot our wedding anniversary. I've never forgot it until this year, and I blame this. As my wife puts it, I get very fixated. And yeah, trying to make this work and trying to make this a living. Yeah, this is pretty much where most of my, about 95% of my mental capacity goes towards this. Now she on the other hand has forgotten our wedding anniversary on a few occasions. I want to say this is probably the third time she's done it. And a lot of it is that at the end of during our wedding anniversary is the end of the school year. She's got, 3 or 4 different committees going on for 3 or 4 different things that are supposed to be going on at the end of the year that she's either in charge of or is a major contributor in, because she's the art teacher. So she's got 5 million things going on at the end of the year, which is when our wedding anniversary is. So yes, it slips her mind. Where do I got to get this thing at to where I don't have to worry about it anymore? We're almost there. I think we've got good mines in here. I think this is actually a good place to go and get some mines. And I mean, and there is that, like, I mean, my family wasn't ecstatic with the fact that Cat Thulu and I just went and, got married by Justice of the Peace and didn't include anybody. But my family also knows that, I mean, they complained. My grandmother complained. And then she realized why she shouldn't have complained. Because I'm very honest, I'm very open, and I was like, look, it's not your life. Like, I love you. But this is me and her's life, and this is what we wanted. We don't care. It's like, I honestly don't care what you guys think. It's like, you guys can have your opinion. I'm not going to get married in the Catholic Church again. I don't care about it. So you can either live with that or not. Your choice. Like, don't think I don't love you, because I do. But I'm not going to let your decisions run my life. I think my grandmother's words out of her mouth were, "You're just like your grandfather." And I took that as a compliment. I'm trying to remember, isn't there like a thing, isn't there like weapon chains or something like that? What time is it? All right, we're almost about to have to, I'm almost have to get ready to log off. I mean, we got a little bit more time. Hey, Jesse, good morning. I see you when you go to bed. I'm here when you get up in the morning. I'm always here. I've been here the whole time. But how's your day? How was your sleep? Did you sleep well? Okay. Make sure you remind me, because you know what my memory is. It took me 2 weeks to remember. It took me 2 weeks of remembering to order birdseed. I would remember it. Then I would forget it by the time I got to a computer. Then I would remember it when I was away from the computer. I mean, hell, this is second week in a row where I didn't take my diabetes shot until halfway through the day. Because I kept I'd remember it, and every time I would remember it, I wasn't anywhere near the shot, and so I'd wait. And by the time I waited and took a break or whatever, I would forget about it again. Oh god, that was awesome. No, Cthulhu and I freaking loved it. No, we had a blast with the roulette game. I just loved how much fun they were having with it, especially the one guy, because he's like, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. Yes. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, I kind of want to get around to watching the, because like they always do, you know, 1 week is the game, the next week is the, kind of going over, like, the behind the scenes. And I kind of want to go over the behind the scenes. I want to watch the... We still got to sit back and watch the behind the scenes. Right now, Cthulhu's got me watching Dimension 20. The space... the spaceship one. The world where... It's the world that his mom built. As far as writing, like the books that she wrote were of this world. Okay, dope. Yeah, Starstruck Odyssey. So she's got me watching that right now. And that's the thing. It's like, you shouldn't. Your wedding is supposed to be about joy, and and happy thoughts, not stress about how are you going to be able to afford all the extra guests. I mean, that was what my first marriage was like. I mean, I didn't have as much pressure from my side because my side lived 4.5 hours away. Most of my family live in Indiana. So, I mean, I knew my parents were going to show up. I knew my grandparents were going to show up. Maybe a couple of uncles, aunts and uncles. That was going to be it. Her side, on the other hand, was, I mean, it was all about, oh, we got to invite these people. We got to invite these people. We can't leave these people out. So, I mean, my ex was stressed to the fracking gills, and I'm just sitting there going, why? Why are we doing this? But I also understand people not being able to, you have to deal with it. Maybe because I'm older now and I don't give it's that, other people's opinions, I just don't give a shit. It's like, look, I care that you care, but this is how I believe, and this is how it's going to be done. It's like, when the shoe's on your foot, please feel free to do whatever you choose to do. But no, I'm not going to stress me or my, fiance out because you want this to be a certain way. It's like, this isn't your marriage. This is my marriage, not yours, or wedding, or whatever. But I also understand when you're younger, you haven't. And this is going to sound okay. Yes, here's where I'm going to sound old. When you're younger, you haven't learned that skill yet. It doesn't matter if you're 20, if you're 30, whatever. I mean, my first marriage, I was 30. I still didn't know how. I mean, I didn't know how to do that. I hadn't been through it yet to recognize how to do it. I guess would be the thing is, and that's a life lesson. Like some of my friends were like, "Yeah, but you get all the gifts." I'm like, I don't need the freaking gifts. I guess the gifts are fine, but one, Cthulhu and I, we've got everything we fracking need between the two of us. We're good. All right, what time is it? Oh, yep, it's time to get back to. We did pretty good. We got up to level 129. But yeah, I need to start packing it up. But I mean, it is one of the things. I mean, the older you get, you start going through this shit the first time, and then you realize afterwards, you realize afterwards you didn't need to. You basically just learn how to tell people to suck it up. Like, not your life, my life. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I feel for you.
Oh, jackpot!
Thank you, Jesse. But it's like, you're not paying for this. You're not doing this. This is us. This is our wedding, not yours. And this is what we want. Oh, the reception hall is you can't find a freaking reception hall cheap anymore. I mean, the first marriage, like our thing that we, like Cthulhu and I did, we had it at our house. We had a catering service come out. We had a bunch of tables. We put everything out on the tables. We had it in our backyard. That's what we did. The first marriage. So we were supposed to get married. She got busted for embezzlement. I canceled the wedding. So when we got back together, because we had lost so much money from the first marriage that we could not get back, or from the first time we were going to get married that we could not get back, that I basically put my foot down and said, we're not doing that shit again. When we got back together and we decided to get married, try to get married a second time, I was like, we're not doing that again. It's like, we are going to find a way to do this responsibly and not put ourselves in fracking debt. We went to the local park and found a gazebo. So that's what we did. And we hired a barbecue guy that, would travel around with a barbecue pig, and they would roast it and barbecue, all that kind of good stuff. It was freaking awesome. But we went to the local park and hired one of the gazebos, and that was a much more responsible place. I think the The first time we were going to get married, the reception hall, I think it was like $10,000. And I was balking like crazy, but I'm like, this is her first wedding. Oh, I mean, it was my first wedding too. But I guess you want all the trappings and all that. So it was like, whatever. It's like, I went with everything. But yeah, when we got back together and we decided to get married, try to get married the second time, I was like, no, we're not doing this again. It's like, these are the rules. I don't care what your mom or your father says. If you want to get married to me, this is what we're doing. Like, we can get married in a church. I'm okay with that. But as far as the reception, we are not putting out we're not putting out that much money for something that is going to be 2 hours and going to put us in a hole. But yeah, no, it was really good. As far as the barbecue thing, and the gazebo was great. Everyone had a great time. The DJ was good. Everyone had a blast, and it didn't cost $10,000. But on that note, everybody, it's been an interesting day. Honestly, it's the one thing about the WoW stream is because I'm not having to try to figure out a ghost. I'm not having to try to figure out this, that, or the other. We can talk about stuff like that. We can talk a lot more than what we do on the fast stream. The fast stream, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to, figure out a ghost, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, this kind of stuff can happen more. Like, we want to talk about gaming and all that kind of good stuff too. But yeah, serious talks like this, whatever, is kind of fun too. All right, let's find someone to say hi to. Who are we going to say hi to? I think I see who we're going to say hi to. Maybe not. Just trying to see who else is on, who else is doing something. We can go here. What is he doing? Schedule 1? Let's go here. All right, we're going to go over to Alex. Alex is playing Schedule 1. I didn't realize that people were still playing that. Like, I remember hearing about the game a bunch, but then I stopped hearing anything about the game, so I guess it's still a big thing. Or I guess it's still a thing. But everybody, thank you guys very much. I need to head out and go hang out with some friends and play some D&D Dragonlance. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. I will be on tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll be back on at 2 p.m. with playing Phasmophobia. Then I'll be back on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will play World of Warcraft. We're at level 30. We're almost half level 30. So we're actually doing pretty good. We're almost averaging about a level, especially at level 30, we're almost averaging a level a day. We probably actually would have got about halfway through today if it wasn't for the fact I had to level this sword. But let's go say hi to Alex, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, love y'all. Peace. Bye.